Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Real Queen of Fertility 33, and I'm here with some articles. And this is going to be, we'll be talking about me, but I go by Blanche Taylor Moore, aka the Black Widow. Okay, that's a metaphor. Okay, so let's begin. The title of this article is Tunny 90. North Carolina's Blanche Moore is the oldest woman on death row in U.S. Actually, I am. Okay, I already been released. I just can't leave yet. Okay, but yeah, it's a metaphor. Okay, so any man or woman I come in contact with, I kill them. Metaphorically, figurative speaking. Okay, they don't really die. Okay, so that's basically what it means. But yeah. For For more than 30 years, Blanche Taylor Moore has claimed that she is innocent and should not be on North Carolina's death row. Her peers, though, have failed. Who? Neither her bout with cancer nor a death sentence has taken her life. Now she is the oldest woman in the United States on death row as she turns 90 years old on Friday. It seems more likely that she would die naturally than by lethal injection. Who? North Carolina has not executed anyone since 2006. Moore is housed at the North Carolina Correctional Institution for Women in Raleigh. Moore's case was one that gripped the state and the nation. It's a case that started after her second husband, the Reverend D. Wright Moore, became severely ill and was hospitalized. Doctors at the University of North Carolina eventually found he had 20 times the lethal dose of arsenic in his system. Somehow, Reverend Moore survived, but he was the lucky one. Investigators soon realized that they needed to back in time, starting with the death of Raymond Reed, Moore's previous boyfriend. Dr. John Butts was the state's chief medical examiner at the time. When you look at the medical history in the case of Mr. Reed, it was very suspicious for arsenic poisoning. He said he had gotten violently ill, developed gastroenteritis, later developed a neuropathy and nerve damage, and never got better and died. Doctors previously thought that Reed had suffered from Guillain-Barré symptoms, which had similar symptoms to arsenic poisoning, that led Butts to ask the district attorney for permission to exhume Reed's body. I will put in the description box what that means, okay? When we examined Mr. Reed, we found that his tissues contained lethal concentrations of arsenic, and of course, as early mentioned, the medical record was pretty classic for repeated episodes of arsenic poisoning, Butts said. It was a painful death. Butts explained that people will become very ill, vomit, develop diarrhea. They may develop a rash, and then maybe a week or two later they develop nails or signs. These involve tingling, all sensations, burning sensations, beginning in the hands and feet, and then beginning to go centrally. Testing proved that Reed was slowly poisoned. The fact that he had persisted for something like 4 months, of course, indicated that if his death was due to poisoning, it had occurred on multiple occasions, Butts said. Not just one episode, because if it had just been one episode, he would have died from it. How did Butts know the level of arsenic poisoning? Reed's hair. When strands of hair were tested, you could see the timeline of arsenic exposure. And just like Reverend Moore, investigators believe the woman who would become known as the Black Widow gave Raymond Reed arsenic-laced food and drink while in the hospital. Now, the assumption of one body wasn't enough. Then began a process of sort of examining all the folks who, as they used to joke about it, were deceased. Oh shit, that's a moth. Okay, a moth is in my room, okay? That's a sign. Somebody guardian angel up there is watching over y'all. Okay, y'all moth is here. Could be for me. Were deceased and having to do with Blanche, Butts said. The remains of her former husband, James Taylor, were soon exhumed. So were Moore's father, P.D. Kisser, and her mother-in-law, Isa Taylor. The head from all of them showed high level of arsenic. Only the last exhumed body, that of Blanche Moore's former co-worker, Joseph Misha, showed no levels of arsenic. The Amerson County District Attorney chose to focus the case on Reed's death. 3 years after his excruciating death from arsenic poisoning, a jury found Blanche Taylor Moore guilty of murder and the judge sent her to death row. Now retired, Brooks has provided medical facts and evidence for countless murder cases. He remembers a lot of them. The case of Blanche Taylor Moore is no exception, because it did not involve a complicated case, multiple exhumations, arsenic poisoning. Again, one that one would never forget, he said. Okay, so that's basically my article, okay, as the Black Widow. Enjoy.